As an educator of more than 7 years, I have had a great deal of experience in regard to district-wide decisions made within a school system. These experiences have included a variety of decision-making processes and have led me to my own philosophy of using shared decision-making when it comes to those in a school system. What is shared decision-making? Shared decision-making is a model that incorporates administrative, teacher, and community influence when it comes to school-based decisions. This type of decision-making builds strong partnerships between administration, educators, and the school community. Throughout my time as an educator, I have had experiences with hierarchical decision-making. This has influenced me to focus my research on the benefits of shared decision-making. Throughout my research, I found the strongest benefits of shared decision-making were increased teacher investment and empowerment, shared leadership amongst all stakeholders, including administration, educators, students, parents, and community members, as well as stronger trust between teachers, parents, and administration. According to Neil Cranston's study on collaborative decision-making and school-based management, community involvement within the decision-making process leads to stronger ownership of school beliefs, greater diversity of views and inputs, development of more inclusive partnerships, and enhanced professionalism. During my research, I discovered a study led by Karen Kilgore and Rodman Webb, in which they studied the impacts of shared decision-making at the Coral Springs Middle School in Broward County, Florida. Through their research, they identified 4 categories that promote shared decision-making. It was apparent that by the implementation of these 4 categories, shared decision-making was extremely successful. The first category that they focused on was shared governance and process. Strong leadership was formed with the principal who understood the implications of SDM and was capable of sharing power amongst other stakeholders. The second category, vision and change, promoted a stronger school culture that enhanced a common vision and supports change within the school system. Collegiality and inclusion incorporated the encouragement of participation and collective problem solving and mutual responsibility amongst all stakeholders within the school community. Lastly, communication and training led to open communication amongst all stakeholders and initiated effective training for all involved, not just educators. This effective training could include parents, administration, students, and any impacted community member. As a part of my SDM model, I would incorporate a school focus team, similar to that created within the Broward County research study. The school focus team would be a flexible group that would change dependent upon the decision being made. A focus team could include administration, teachers, parents, students, and other relevant community members. For example, decisions based upon curriculum may not incorporate students. However, policies and procedures that would directly impact the students would be beneficial to incorporate students on the school focus team. So we would have a broader spectrum of views and inputs. When making my shared decision model, I adapted this from the Brighter and Light study of data-based decision-making. So there are incorporations of both shared decision-making and data-based decision-making when it came to my own personal model. The first step of my model would be to clearly identify the decision taking place and construct the school focus team relevant to the present decision. Again, the focus team is adaptive and can be modified depending on the need for different community members. The second step is to prepare. Gather information needed to make an accurate decision. Obtain a strong understanding of potential alternatives. The third step in my process is to evaluate. This is where that data-based decision-making comes in. Through the evaluation process, We would assess a variety of alternative options and collect research and evaluate findings on the impacts of those that are selected. Step 4 is the discussion phase. Allow for open discussion with school and community members, including administration, teachers, Board of Education, and parents. Again, this is a flexible stage and could be modified depending on those who are impacted across the school community. Step 5, a decision would be made. A school-focused team would meet to finalize the decision. All research would be included in this decision process, and reflections would be made on all of the evidence collected. Step 6, the final step, would be to create a plan for future application and prepare all impacted stakeholders. This could include any training needed to implement the change being made. Examples of potential SDM use within a school system. SDM can assist in making effective school-based decisions regarding the creation of or modification of school policies and procedures, the implementation of district-wide technology initiatives, and district curriculum projects. When it comes to my leadership platform, I believe strongly in promoting consistent communication amongst all stakeholders. This decision-making model allows for collaboration and stronger partnerships that can build better educational improvements for students. It eliminates the top-down approach that's currently implemented in many school districts. This decision-making model encourages the facilitative role of a principal rather than the hierarchical responsibilities that are typically involved with a principal role. Thank you so much for listening to my presentation. Here is a list of the research that I included as part of my study throughout this process. Thank you.